Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks. Okay guys, so a couple things before we get into our free picks for today. Really exciting announcement. Guys, we have our first sponsor.
All right, it's on for size, huh? We've got ourselves a sponsor!
All right. Adios. All right guys, so very excited to partner up with betopenly.com. If you guys aren't familiar with betopenly.com, it is the world's first peer-to-peer sports betting site. In all honesty, guys, my opinion is I've said this many times before. This is the future of sports betting, okay? It's antiquated to be betting through a bookie and paying minus 110 on all the games. BetOpenly.com not only lets you bet with zero juice, but you can set your own lines, you can set your own odds, and you only pay a 1% commission if you win the bet. If you lose, you pay zero juice. It's a totally new way of looking at sports betting. If you're not on there, I suggest checking them out. I've been using them for quite a while now. Had numerous conversations with Gino, their CEO and owner, and fantastic guy. He's a sports bettor. He is a sports bettor, and this is a site built by a sports bettor for a sports bettor. So very excited and really looking forward to the new partnership with betopenly.com. Again, guys, the nice thing about peer-to-peer sports betting versus betting through your traditional, even reduced juice book is, first off, if you lose a bet, you're paying zero commission, no juice at all, okay? You're only paying a 1% commission if you win the bet. Also, a lot of books, they don't offer, the ability to move lines. With this, you can set your own lines. So let's say for argument's sake, you think there's going to be a blowout in a basketball game or something, okay? And the line is like -3, and you think they're going to win by 10. Well, you can set the line to -10, and whatever you think is a fair number, someone else might think, wow, yeah, I'd love to have +10 on that game, and they'll take that bet. So you can get really creative with it. Anyways, guys, definitely check them out. Very excited to welcome Bet Openly as our official partner and first sponsor. So thank you. And look forward to continuing to work together. Before I get into today's video, guys, just something I want to mention. I think I might have touched on this a while ago, but I wanted to mention this because it is a fantastic book. If you're into reading, if not, they do have book on tape. And the book is called The Smart Money, okay? It is, it's available, I believe it's on Amazon, it used to be anyways. Also, you can actually download the book as an audio tape. Is that what they still call it? Audio tape? We haven't had tapes in years. Anyways, an audio book from the Apple store. And you can listen to it. The book is about 6 hours long. And I kid you not when I tell you that I have literally listened to this book on tape probably more than 50 times. Every single time. It's convenient that the book is it's about 6 hours long, which by the time I get checked in at the airport, and it's about a 5-hour flight from Toronto to Vegas. So by the time I sit down, I wait to board my flight. I got time pretty well now that I can be wrapping that book up just as I'm landing in Vegas at McLaren International. So, fantastic book. Basically, guys, the gist of the book is they changed the names a little bit, I guess, to protect those involved. But the author, Michael Connick, was a bet runner. Okay, and if you don't know what a bet runner is, basically he worked for the legendary Billy Walters. So he worked for Billy Walters, the greatest sports bettor of all time, headed up a group called the Brain Trust. And they were basically the first people to really utilize computers. Back when the sports books were setting their lines, I could only imagine back in smoke-filled rooms overnight trying to figure out the lines for the next day. And these guys use computers. But what's really cool about this book is it talks about all the guys that had to run bets and because Billy Walters couldn't get a bet down anywhere in Vegas. There's a few sports books that claim to have allowed him to bet action. But this talks about, trying to get money down and getting professional athletes involved. And professional athletes, some of them were degenerate gamblers. So Billy Walters, would give them, $1 million and say, bet 100,000 on these 10 games. And they'd go do that. And the sports books would happily take their action because they knew they were degenerate gamblers. So really good book. If you're into sports betting, guys, trust me, you're going to love that book. So check that out. Other than that, guys, yeah, just want to get through those things. So we will get to today's free picks. Yesterday, guys, we finished 2-1. Easy win in the basketball game. Easy, almost went to overtime. If it went to overtime, it would have been a little dicey, but easy win, seeing as it didn't go to overtime. The WNBA game, easy cover. We ended up going over by 14 points. Unfortunately, the hockey game tried to go over by 14 points as well, which doesn't really work for us. So we ended up finishing 2-1, got the win there. But again, I feel a little bit discouraged because I do put so much weight in. I don't know, maybe it's pride or whatever, but I put so much weight onto the 2-unit plays. I just hate to see another day where, we go 1-1 or whatever. I was really, really hoping for a 2-0 day, but it wasn't in the cards. I guess I was a little taken aback by the goaltending changes. Because obviously not expected. But again, I would have played the system anyway. So you cannot blame that on goaltending changes. I think it just kind of caught me off guard a little bit. But I would have played it anyway, so it's not, it's not a valid excuse, nor is any excuse for losing. But all right, guys. So without further ado, let's get into today's picks. Okay, guys, so let's get into this. We have a busy day today. I have 6 plays for you guys, including 1 2-unit play. One other thing I just wanted to really quickly mention before we jump into this, guys. New Masterclass video is out today, and today's video is how I handicap my games, and how to handicap like a pro. So I go over not only how I handicap games, but also how some other professionals might handicap their games as well. Okay, so we'll get cracking here, guys. Like I said, I have 6 plays for you guys. Masterclass, guys. I have 4 additional plays for you guys, so 10 in total. I was going to go 5 and 5, but I decided to throw an extra pick into the free pick here today. Okay, so first off, guys, Denver and Utah. Okay, we have a 2-unit play on this game. Denver and Utah. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. Okay, we have 27% of the bets, but 70% of money on the under. All right, we have 4 different system indicators that come in anywhere from 58 to 61%. Those are good numbers. We have 2 steam plays. We have a reverse line move. Guys, all on the under in this game. It's a 2-unit play. We are going under 217.5. Under 217.5. Last game, guys, there was not a whole lot of defense being played. A couple of these system indicators, again, only pop up game 6 and 7 of a series. And again, I expect it to be much tighter. It's not going to be the 3 fest that it was last game. If you saw last game, a little bit disappointing, actually. The first quarter, total nightmare. Total nightmare for us first quarter. It looked like all was lost. And then by the start of the fourth, we actually had an advantage over the line. I think the expectation for the line at that point was like 211. I think we had like 220 or something like that. So we were on pace to actually cover, which was surprising after that first quarter. But then the 3 fest started, back and forth, just trading threes. I don't expect that today, guys. I expect a much more solid defensive game. And everything lines up. Obviously, we want all this stuff to line up. If something works against us here, it's not a 2-unit play. And in some cases, not a play at all, guys. But we have the money distribution. We have system indicators. We have steam. We have reverse line move. That's all of it. That's what we look for, right? Yeah. So 2-unit play, guys. Under 217.5. Denver, Utah, under 217.5. We lost 218. The line was 218 for a little bit. We lost that, so we're going under 217.5. All right, guys. Next play on to WNBA again. The rest are all just 1-unit plays, guys. WNBA. We got our WNBA win yesterday, and we're going right back with another over today, guys. Indy and Atlanta. So Indy and Atlanta, we are going over 166.5. Okay, so over 166.5, Indy and Atlanta. Next game, guys, Boston and Atlanta. Okay, so Boston and Atlanta. We're going over 9.5 in that game. So over 9.5, minus 110, Boston and Atlanta. Okay, so Boston, Atlanta. I'm going to mention this quickly. So if I don't give you a price on a game, so if I haven't mentioned like a price, like if I just read the total out and don't say a price, you can assume it's at minus 105. Again, I use 5 dimes as a reference, and that's where I'm more or less getting the betting lines from, using reduced juice. So again, guys, if you're not using reduced juice, or yeah, definitely consider that. But again, I think someone said, what are the odds? Because I'm getting like, whatever, minus 111 or something. I said, that's fine. I mean, if it drifts a point here or there, it doesn't matter in terms of the price, right? So, but if I don't mention it, it is minus 105. So the first 2 games, minus 105, WNBA, minus 105. Atlanta game, though, over 9.5, minus 110. Okay, so minus 110. Next game, guys, we have right back on the hockey again, Vancouver and Vegas. Yes, I'm well aware of what happened yesterday. Yes, I aware the dynamics of the game are slightly different in the bubble. Yes to everything that you have to say, but still under 6, guys. Okay, Vegas, Vancouver, under 6, minus 105. Again, we're looking at multiple systems on these games that cover in the high 70% range at this point of the series, right? So I'm certainly not going to go against 15 plus years of successful history. Not just yet, anyways, guys. I'm still confident in these plays that long term they're going to come out on top. So we are going to go Vancouver, Vegas under 6, minus 105. Next game, guys, Chicago Cubs. Okay, we are going to be on the Cubs. We have steam in this game. We have 2 system indicators. So we are going to take the Cubs minus 158. Okay, so the Cubs minus 158. Now, I'm reluctant to give you guys this last one, but I'm going to, because again, I mean, I've bet this game, and I guess we could call this my Vegas Dave pick of the day, because the kind of lines he gives out apparently as his whale plays. But this game, guys, I'm going to explain it because I think this is the biggest favorite that I've ever given out on this channel. Actually, I'm almost certain it is. We have Texas and Houston, okay? Houston has multiple steam plays coming in on it. The line is moving, and it will continue to move because I don't think we're done there. It's a huge mismatch in this game. So the line on 5 dimes, guys, is minus 2. I'm not used to saying 2. Minus 265 for Houston, okay? Minus 265. Now, I always remind you guys, what we're doing here is we are searching for value, okay? And we don't care where we find value. But, in this particular case, guys, we have found value in a minus 265 favorite, okay? I guess, ultimately, guys, I don't like the run line. I really don't. I think the value is taking our chances, laying that money. This line should be up around minus 320 to minus 330, okay? So minus 320 to minus 330 based on a number of different factors. So we're actually getting a significant amount of value in between there. My personal opinion, guys, and I always leave room for like margin of error. So 5 dimes, you can get this at minus 265, okay? I would say you can bet this up to minus 275 up to minus 280. If the line happens to go past minus 280, which it really might, because there's a lot of value here. And again, there's already been steam on this, and the sharps see this value. They know what the true number should be. Like if I was setting this line, minus 300 at least, okay? But anyways, guys, so bet it up to, I'd say minus 280, probably max, minus 280 max. And then at that point, guys, yes, there's still value, but let's always leave ourselves room for a small margin of error, okay? So, there's definitely value at 265 though. So if you're on 5 dimes, you get 265. You can also post it on betopenly.com, guys. You can probably get even better than 265. You can probably get closer to actual par value if you want there, and that's probably your best bet. Yeah, all right. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. That wraps it up. So again, busy day. We have 6 plays. We have a 2-unit play. We have WNBA. We have hockey. We have baseball. And then we have my Vegas Dave minus 8,000 favorite of the year, right? All right, guys. So that is it for today. Really, really appreciate it. And as always, guys, have a very lucky day.